If you are over 65 and taking even one prescription medication, I need you to pause this video for just 3 seconds and do something. Type the word annual in the comments right now. Just type annual. I will explain why in exactly 60 seconds, and I promise this could add healthy years to your life. I am Dr. Michael Carter. I have been practicing geriatric medicine for over 25 years, and in that time, I have watched too many families assume that if a doctor prescribed a medication 5 years ago, it must still be right today. That assumption is quietly stealing independence from millions of seniors every single year. Today, I'm going to show you exactly which medication category needs annual reevaluation, how to have the conversation with your doctor without sounding confrontational, and a simple 3-question test you can ask yourself tonight.
Stick with me until the end, because I am going to give you a script you can use word for word at your next appointment. Let me tell you about a patient I will call Margaret. Margaret is 82 years old. She lives alone in a small apartment, still drives to church on Sundays, and bakes cookies for her grandchildren. When I met Margaret, she was taking the same 5 medications she had been prescribed at age 72. Her previous doctor had retired. Her new doctor simply renewed everything. No questions asked. But Margaret had a problem she could not explain. She told me, "Dr. Carter, I just feel slow. Not sick, just slow. Like my brain is wading through peanut butter." Her daughter was worried about early dementia. Margaret was worried she would have to move into assisted living. Here is what her previous doctor had missed. Over a decade, Margaret's kidneys had naturally become less efficient at filtering medications. Her body weight had changed, her diet had changed, but her medication doses had not changed 1 single milligram. Within 8 weeks of adjusting just 2 of her medications, Margaret called me and said, "I feel like myself again." Margaret did not have dementia. Margaret had a medication accumulation problem, and it is happening in millions of homes right now. So, which medications cause this problem most often? I want to be very specific so you can take action. The number one category I see causing preventable decline in seniors over 70 is medications that affect what we call central nervous system sedation. These include certain medications for sleep, anxiety, allergies, and even some bladder control medications. In medical terms, we call them anticholinergics and benzodiazepines, but you do not need to remember those words. Here is what you need to remember. If a medication makes you feel drowsy, dry-mouthed, or mentally foggy, and you have been taking it for more than 90 days, you need to question it annually. Here is a shocking statistic. A major study from the University of California tracked seniors taking these medications for just 3 years. Those who continued them had a 50% higher rate of cognitive decline compared to those who stopped or reduced them under medical supervision. 50%. That is not a small difference. That is the difference between remembering your grandchild's birthday and forgetting how to get home from the grocery store. To understand why this happens, you need to understand what happens to your liver and kidneys after age 70. Think of your liver as a chemical processing plant. At age 40, that plant runs at full efficiency. At age 75, blood flow to your liver has decreased by 30 to 40%. Your kidneys, which filter medications out of your bloodstream, also lose filtration capacity with each decade. This means a medication that took 8 hours to clear from your body at age 50 might take 16 hours or longer at age 80. Now, here is the dangerous part. Your doctor prescribed that medication based on studies done in average adults. But you are not average. Taking a medication that lingers twice as long means you are effectively taking a higher dose than anyone intended. This is why annual review matters. Not because your doctor made a mistake, but because your body has changed, and your medication should change with it. Before you call your doctor, I want you to do something tonight. Sit down with a piece of paper and answer these 3 questions about every medication you take. Question 1. Has my dose or medication changed in the last 12 months? If the answer is no for multiple years, that medication needs review. Question 2. Do I feel more tired, dizzy, or forgetful now than I did 2 years ago? Be honest, many seniors accept these symptoms as just aging, but often they are medication side effects. Question 3. Have I fallen or felt unsteady on my feet in the last 6 months? Even one fall matters. Even catching yourself on furniture counts. If you answered yes to any of these questions for any medication, you have a legitimate reason to schedule a medication review appointment. Write down your answers. Bring them with you. And here's what I want you to type in the comments right now if you are willing to do that assessment tonight. Type the word ready. Just ready. I want to see how many of you are taking this seriously. Now, many seniors tell me they are afraid to question their doctor. They do not want to seem difficult or disrespectful. Let me give you exact words that work. At your next appointment, say this: "Doctor, I want to be sure my medications are still right for my body as I age. Would you be willing to review everything with me for possible adjustments? I am not asking to stop anything without your guidance. I am asking to be safe." Any good doctor will respect that question. If a doctor dismisses you or says everything is fine without looking at your list, that is a red flag. You can also ask for a brown bag review. Bring all your medication bottles in a brown bag. Show them to your pharmacist or doctor. Ask specifically, are any of these on the Beers criteria list? The Beers criteria is a published list of medications that are potentially inappropriate for seniors. Your doctor knows what that is. And remember this: you are not being difficult. You are being an informed participant in your own health. That is not confrontation. That is collaboration. If your doctor agrees that a medication should be adjusted or stopped, they will almost never tell you to stop suddenly. Stopping some medications abruptly can cause withdrawal or rebound effects. Safe deprescribing is a process. It might mean reducing the dose by half for 2 weeks, then half again, then stopping. Or it might mean switching to a different medication with a lower side effect profile. Do not stop any medication on your own, but do not continue medication for years out of habit either. I had a patient named Robert, 77 years old. He had been taking a sleep aid every night for 15 years. We reduced it slowly over 6 weeks. Within a month, Robert was sleeping better without it than he had with it. His morning brain fog disappeared. He told me he felt 10 years younger. Robert's sleep aid had been helping him fall asleep, but destroying his deep sleep quality. He did not need more medication. He needed less. Here's what I want you to remember. Medications are tools, not identity markers, not lifetime sentences. The goal of medicine at any age is not to take pills. The goal is to live well. If you are over 65, you deserve an annual medication review. You deserve a doctor who listens. And you deserve to know that feeling slow, tired, or foggy is not automatically normal aging. So here's your action plan for tonight. Type the word annual in the comments if you commit to scheduling a medication review within the next 30 days. Share this video with one senior you love.